G'day everybody. I just wanted to do a quick video talking about the Skirmish miniature game I've designed called Double Tap and how you can play that for free. So, in short, the rules PDF is free. It's always been free. It's just short and easy to download. And cards, which you can buy, and I do think it's the best way to play, but there's, instead of these, you can use an app, which a very kind member of our community has created and is slowly being updated. Grab those two, and then you can use whatever miniatures you have as proxies, get some terrain. There you go. You're good to go. For those of you who are new a little bit and don't know what Fragged is. So Fragged is a skirmish game set in the same universe as my post-apocalyptic sci-fi RPG called Fragged Empire. So in a game of Fragged, Double Tap, you're typically having about 8 miniatures per side, and it's typically played on a 3-foot by 3-foot play area with lots of terrain. So the rules are also, the core rules are intentionally designed to be super basic, okay? Very, very easy. And the tactical depth, the nuance instead, will come from the unit cards, okay? And this is intentional because I want you to be able to hold your entire force in your head and your opponent's entire force in your head, and then to just be making lots of interesting tactical choices. And you can also take more complicated units or less complicated units, whatever fits your play style. Okay, so in a game of Fragged, it's Double Tap. It's got that very modern you go, I activate a unit, you activate a unit thing. But in this, each person gets 20 activations. Once you've taken your 20 activations each, the game ends hard, okay? And when it's your turn to activate, you can activate any unit, and at the end of the game, the person who controls most of the 3 objectives wins. So a typical objective is sort of a capture the area sort of thing, but you could also swap those out for assassinate or protect the VIP or escort. You can also have mission cards that insert NPCs into the game as well to turn into a soft PvEVP game. Typically, though, it's a PvP. With your unit cards, so just explain these through here. So you have 2 actions to select from, each one with their own attack, range, move value, and advantage, disadvantage, and maybe a special. So when you attack, you just roll that number of d6s, and any 6 you roll causes 1 damage to your opponent's health. So typically a unit that will have 4 health. Okay, this guy's just a big boy. And once they go down to 0, they're removed from the board. If any of your advantages are met, you roll an additional die. If any of your disadvantages apply, you roll 1 less die down to a minimum of 1. A typical advantage is versus no cover. So if your opponent's not in cover, you'll be rolling an extra die against them. You can also attack and then move, or move and then attack. After you've finished your activations, every opponent can trigger their reaction against you. So you might take 2 activations, putting the sniper on the top of the bell tower, and then just leave them there for the rest of the game, providing covering fire. So it creates quite a thoughtful sort of experience. Some units don't have reactions. Instead, they'll either have some sort of, usually a passive special ability or something. So this is a medic, for example. Okay, so let's start with how to get to play. So firstly, you're going to want the rules. So the rules can be found in a number of different places. So you can either go to the My Mini Factory store, and if you scroll down, PDFs right there for free. You can also go to the Fragged Patreon page. If you just go here, click on Collections, scroll down to Game Rules, and then it will appear right there. And then you can just click there and download it. Okay, so this here's the rule book. As you can see, you've got the rules here. Then you have sort of a deep rules, so sort of like the little nuancy edge cases. Then I give some advice, and then you've got diagrams over here and examples. And this is it. Like, this is the rulebook, the entire rulebook. Super easy to read. And at the back, I've got this little FAQ for like rule clarifications. And I'm going to slowly expand that as we sort of progress this project. So grab the rules. You can have a bit of a flick through now to sort of see if it's something that you might vibe with. And then for the app, again, links will be below. So this is, you just go to the itch store here. You can download it. It's available for Windows or Android. And this here is the app. Okay, so we've got a pre-made team here that I've got here. You can click them here, and they're already set up. So this is all of the units. Okay, and then if you click into game mode, all of a sudden they got their health, and you could just click on them, and it will slowly reduce it down until eventually they're dead. And you can reset. Cool. And then you can also change the arrangement of your cards, so what order they're put into. So to make a new team, I'm going to show you how to do this. So go here. We're going to call this this is going to be a Kaltoran team. 45 points, typical thing. Save. And we add some cards. Now, you got 4 different types of cards. You have specialists. You can have only one of each specialist. You can pick from any faction. There is an advantage, though, to going singular, or to like limiting your faction range. Henchmen, you can have as many of these as you can afford. Upgrades, you can have up to 1 of each upgrade. And you'll notice they've got these little arrows. This means that this ability applies to the card on the left, and this means that this ability applies to the card on the right. It's another unique thing that Double Tap's doing here. Then you have tactical mission cards. So each player takes 1 of these. These alter how you interact with an objective, or they insert a new objective into the game. Your opponent's also going to be selecting 1 of these. So you want to build your force around completing your objective, or selecting an objective that plays to your strengths. But don't go too specialized, because you've also got to deal with what your opponent is taking. So we're making a Kaltoran team today. And we're going to filter these. So we're just going to go Kaltorans. So we're going to take Grandma, because, you know. And you can see up here, it's adding to the points. Then we'll just select. You know what? For those of you who know the story of Fragged Empire, you know that the Titanic gunner is Maximus. And he's got a bit of a soft spot for Kaltoran. So he's sort of a dual faction card. And there's a lot of those. Okay. We're going to take let's take the Sentinel. Then we'll go Henchman. I'm a big fan of Recons. You know, I love Recons. They're just a very safe choice. We're going to take an Operative. And I think we're going to take a Heavy Gunner as well. Then we have upgrades here. And I'm going to select, you know what? Let's go here. We're going to add in Fortified. Then for tactical, I am going to take Treasure. Treasure's a nice, safe choice here. Then we close that, click Save, and then immediately this takes us to the card layout thing, and it's just telling us 1 card is not correctly placed, and that's going to be the Fortified, because it boosts adjacent cards, and it's telling you can't be putting it there. So we're going to remove that, and we're going to swap these around. So let's go. Let's put the Recon, we'll put the Operative. Swap these, let's put that there. We're going to put Fortified and Gunner. Done! That works. Then we just go View, and here it is. It's all working. And then in game mode, done. That's it. That's the app. Doesn't need to be complicated. It's super easy to use. So yeah. So if you want to support me, of course, we've got the Patreon, which I'm super thankful for everyone who jumps on this. This will not only give you access to monthly STLs, it helps me keep going with my various projects. It will also give you access to the Fragged Eternum playtest as well. So if you're really into Gothic horror RPGs, you'll enjoy that. Every month, you can vote on what STLs you would like me to do. You can also buy the STLs directly from the My Mini Factory. if you're in Australia, you can buy the deck of cards straight from my website. If you're not from Australia, send me a private message, because postage from Australia is actually not that expensive for just this. So that's been quite nice. Just send me a message and I'll be able to hook you up. I do think playing with the proper miniatures and the deck of cards does give the superior experience. And also, if you're wanting to check out Fragged, I highly recommend joining the Discord channel that we've got. Not only for like if you've got rules questions, but maybe just to ask people about the various games and what Double Tap plays like, and people sort of chat to you there. We also have got it on Tabletop Simulator as well, if that's your jam. Cool. Hey, I hope you guys have fun. I am super proud of Double Tap. I really, really love it. And I'm trying to put the hard yards, get my hustle on to get it out there, to let people know. Yeah, cool. Hope you guys have a great day.